Hello, everyone, and welcome back to week 3 of our online learning. How are you doing so far? So far, so good, I hope. I hope that even though this is very different from the classroom setting, I hope that you are finding these lessons helpful. And also, as usual, please feel free and comfortable to email me if you have any questions. Today our plan is to continue with Unit 8. At the end of last week, we finished or almost finished Lesson B. And during Lesson B, we were talking about the present perfect continuous tense, or as I like to say, PPP, present perfect progressive. And so at the end of last week, I gave you a challenge to see could you find or choose a conversation partner? Maybe someone at your home, maybe a classmate from last term, someone that you can either call or give a video chat call to practice conversation and any of the grammar concepts we are learning and idioms and vocabulary and the communicate activities in our book. So, did you have any luck? Did you have a chance to practice at all? And I look forward to hearing from you to see how that practice is going, your creativity in practicing English during these times. So, let's talk about our plan for today. Today I'm actually filming on Sunday, and we've had a little bit of some rainy weather and storming. So I hope that you will be safe tonight during our thunderstorms. So let me show you our plan for today, and I hope that you can see this board. Okay, so I'm filming for Monday, which is April 20th. And we are continuing now with week 3, and we're starting day 1 right now. So today for segment 1, let's finish lesson B from unit 8, and let's do a little bit of review because it's important to practice and review any grammar that we are doing. Segment 2 for today, we will focus on another grammar point, phrasal verbs. We have often talked about phrasal verbs in the past, and so you can consider this more practice and more review with phrasal verbs. Specifically, we will talk about how to recognize 2 kinds of phrasal verbs. The first one is separable, or phrasal verbs that can be separated. And the second form is inseparable. Inseparable, meaning they are usually not separated. So we'll talk about some rules later and do a little practice, of course. So for segment 3 today, let's focus on some reading practice in the book, and we will listen together, read together, practice some reading strategies. So I hope that today will be helpful for you, and I also look forward to hearing from you through email. I did finish all of the email homework submissions last week, and I have responded to those of you who sent those. So thank you. Thank you for your efforts. All right, how about this? A very quick review for present continuous tense, or let's just say continuous tense. There are 3 statements or questions here. Can you see them? I hope. So I'm going to read these. Can you tell me what verb tense they are? Number 1, did you go shopping last week? Did you go shopping last week? And that's a real question. Are you venturing out to shop sometimes, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks? So what tense is that? You notice last week. And you notice the question word, did. This is past tense. And we have a clue here. Last indicates past. Last, past. Okay? The second question. Are you going shopping next week? Do you notice that the question word is are, which usually indicates present tense? However, we have a clue word, next week. Next indicates future tense. Okay, a final example. I have gone shopping this week. I have gone shopping this week with a mask and gloves and anti-bac. So what tense is this? It may look familiar because last week we were talking about present perfect continuous. How do I know it's present perfect? Have plus past participle, gone. I have gone shopping this week. Okay, this week tells me these days. So in this example, it is the present perfect continuous. Okay? So just a little review challenge here to see if you could identify or catch the verb tense. Okay, now let me grab my textbook. Okay, so let's continue again with our Ventures 3 book. I'm sorry, there's a glare. So we'll continue with Unit 8. And let's begin by looking at page 99 from last week. At the end of the last lesson we had, I challenged you to try exercise B on page 99. So, did you have a chance to practice and answer? Let's go over these answers together with the pictures, and we have some clues with time. If you remember, during this lesson with the present perfect continuous, we also talked about 2 words, for and since. For and since. So, how about quickly, before we look at this part together, before we check, let's do a quick review. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. See if you can see that. I hope so. All right, yes. If you remember since, we use it with a specific time frame. For, we use with a period of time. So common examples would be a specific date, okay? A specific month, or a specific season, summer, spring, winter, fall. And then using the word last, in this case, since last summer. All right? What about for? Can you see that? I hope so. Okay, for, we need a period of time with a beginning date and an end date. So, for example, 10 months, 2 weeks, 3 years, 5 days. Okay, these are specific periods of time. Maybe a phrase such as almost a year, almost a week, or about a year, using about. Maybe a phrase such as for a long time, for a short time, or for many years, for a few years. So I hope that helps a little bit with review for and since. Okay. Now I gave you a challenge also to use a video chat to practice. Okay. Could you or were you able to make some more sentences using the present perfect continuous? Okay, let's go ahead and check page 99 at the top. We did number 1 together last week. Let's begin with number 2. Ron, we have 2 clues. Wait, 8 o'clock. Okay, now, Ron, he. So with he, I need to use has or have. Okay, the answer is has. Ron has been waiting. Now we have a time. Specific time, right? So I'm going to say since 8 o'clock. Ron has been waiting since 8 o'clock. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3. We have Latifa. We have study and morning. So we know we need ing. Latifa, she, has been studying for or since. Now, we have a specific time of day. Okay, actually, we have a specific day here. Let's add another one. A specific time of day. Could be morning, afternoon, evening. So the answer here, Latifa has been studying since this morning or since the morning. Number 4, Jerry, he. Okay, we have practice keyboarding and 10:30. Jerry has been practicing keyboarding specific time since 10:30. Jerry has been practicing keyboarding since 10:30. I would guess a.m. It looks like daytime in this picture, doesn't it? Okay, number 5, we have 2 people, Felix and Pablo. These are common names in Spanish. 2 people and 2 men. So we probably need to choose have because they, it's plural. Felix and Pablo have been painting the house. Okay, now we have 2 days. 2 days. 4, did we notice 10 months? We have a specific number and then a period of time. So the answer is for 2 days. Okay, once more. Felix and Pablo have been painting the house for 2 days. Number 6, we have Sharon. Sharon and work in the restaurant, and then one date, 2011. All right. Sharon has been working in the restaurant. We have a specific date since 2011. Sharon has been working in the restaurant since 2011. Number 7, We have Brad, look for a job, and several weeks. Okay. Now, we don't have a specific number, but several means how many? 3 or 4. And it is a period of time. Okay. Brad he has been looking for a job for several weeks. Brad has been looking for a job for several weeks. Did you get it? And the last one, Elena. Okay, Elena, she has been attending this school. Okay, do you see last? Okay, since last semester. Elena has been attending this school since last semester. Oh, so far so good? I hope that you had a chance to answer these practice exercises before today. And how did you do? Okay. I hope it was good practice for you, deciding whether to use for or since. Now, if we look below, there was an exercise, communicate. So this one, I hope that you had a chance to practice with someone, maybe a new conversation partner. And the goal was to talk with somebody and ask questions and get the answer. So we talked about last week using the additional question word, how long? How long have you? This is a very common question in English. So let's do maybe a few together and just see what do you think? Maybe your answer you could say out loud, or if you talked with someone, give their answer. Okay, we have an example. Do you drive? Yes, I do. How long have you been driving? Okay, if I gave a complete sentence to answer, I would say, I have been driving for about 6 years. Okay, I have been driving for, I don't know, 26 years or 27 years. Okay. Let's see a few more. A few activities. Cook for yourself, attend this school, work in this country, speak English. We need to change these verbs to ing. Okay? And then make a question. Let me give a few answers. How long have you been cooking for yourself? How long have you been cooking for yourself? What's your answer? I have been cooking for myself since? Okay, I'm going to choose one of these. How about a date? I've been cooking for myself since maybe 1998. 1998 is my answer. What about, pardon me, alarm, time goes fast. Let's do a couple more to see how did you do. How long have you been attending this school? You know the answer. And last week, we already practiced this one. Okay. What about speak English? How long have you been speaking English? You can choose 2 answers. I have been speaking English since I was 3 years old, approximately, or since I was 2 years old. I have been speaking English for a long time. All right, what's your answer? What's your answer? Okay, I hope that this has helped to check the homework exercises together and to do a little bit of review with the present perfect continuous and using for and since. So let's pause here. I will return shortly for segment 2. Okay.